just the most recent episodes.
She liked it.
Good morning, guys. So I just ate lunch and I'm about to start my work day, I guess. I feel like everything before lunch is just normally the same. Like I'm pretty much just editing the vlog before lunch, and then after lunch is when like my days, like, I don't know, I do what I'm gonna do for the day after lunch, if that makes any sense. Like it changes up each day depending on what needs to be done. For example, right now I just paid for my registration renewal for my car. Very exciting stuff. Now I think I'm gonna take a picture for Instagram. What else do I need to do today? Not quite sure off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's other stuff that need my attention, so we will get to that later. That today is the last day of January, and so I need to kind of review my past month and also plan for the upcoming month, and so that's kind of like what I mean in English. In my bullet journal, I want to like kind of review my past month, make sure everything is, I don't know, I didn't miss anything, and then just see how I did with some of the, like, I have a habit tracker in here, and so see how I did with that, and then also plan the upcoming month, so February. So that's what I've been doing in my bullet journal. And so, yeah, I thought I'd kind of take you guys along with me and give you a peek. Okay, so here's how my full January monthly spread ended up looking. You guys remember I did kind of like a 2-column approach this month with my actual timeline down the left. And then I was thinking I was going to do the YNAB challenge all month, but I started it and it was basically kind of like a getting started guide for like if you had never done it before. And so a lot of the stuff that they had you do every single day I had already done, or there were tutorials that I already knew how to do, and so it was kind of not as useful as I thought it was going to be, and so I ended up kind of just dropping that, which is unfortunate, but I wasn't going to waste my time with something that like I didn't really need to do. So yeah, there's that monthly page, and then over here I have my goals and my habit tracker. I published, I believe, 4 or 5 videos on Label Me Merrit, and so I did not hit this, but I'm still pretty proud of how many videos I got up. I got one up, at least one up every single week except for this week, and I believe even one week I got 2 videos up. So while I didn't exactly hit my goal, I still definitely made progress in this area, so yeah, I'll consider that kind of a half win. Stop the snooze habit. So I used to literally never snooze my alarm. I had to get up, my alarm went off, and I would literally jump up out of bed. And over the last couple years, I kind of discovered the snooze alarm, and so I have like definitely gotten way too reliant on the snooze feature, and sometimes I'll snooze for like a couple hours. I'm not even joking. So I've decided to cut myself off, and I'm going back to 0 snoozes. So that was one thing I really wanted to focus on this month, was just having my alarm go off. I didn't have to get right out of bed, but I did have to wake up. I wasn't allowed to go back to sleep. And that's actually one of the things that I tracked down in my habit tracker that we'll get to in a second. Nightly gratitude journal. This is another one that's down in my tracker. I did not do well on this. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. This is something that I need to kind of tweak and figure out how I can better make it work for myself so that I am more successful about doing a daily gratitude practice. Next up, eating healthy, more good food and less junk. I definitely think I've improved in this area. I'm not perfect. There is still a couple things that I would like to cut out and improve on, but for the most part, I do think that I have been pretty good. I've had healthy breakfasts, healthy lunches, and then Miles and I have really been focusing on picking healthy dinners to eat each night. And we have actually gone out to eat a lot less this month than we normally do. I do want to kind of go back into my YNAB and look at all my transactions for the month and see exactly the number of times we ate out, just to have kind of a metric to follow, because that's one definite sore point for not eating healthy. Because for me, eating healthy means making most of our meals at home. So yeah, this is again another partial win for this goal, I would say, but with definite room for improvement in the future. This guy, so I don't know if I completed it yet. Obviously, I'm still very early in the 2-week wait, and so I have to wait for another little while to be able to test, and so I guess we'll see if I completed that goal in about a little over a week, I think. So yeah, to be determined if that was successful. And then legally changed my last name at Social Security. I 100% did that. I'm so excited to finally have that off my plate. And one of the goals for next month is going to be change my name at the DMV, so on my driver's license. And then I can move on to the smaller things like, you know, banks and membership accounts and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that is obviously a success. And then down here is my monthly tracker. And so I tracked my gratitude journal, no snooze, whether I put makeup on for that day, and then whether or not I made the bed. Making the bed was one of my most successful ones. When I decide that I want to get back into the habit of making my bed, it's usually pretty easy for me to add that back in, because to me, making the bed is so super simple, and it makes a huge impact, so it's a really good reward for effort payoff, I guess. The makeup I also did, honestly, much better than I was expecting myself to do. There were a couple of pockets in here where I didn't put makeup on, especially the last, like, 5 days, I think that is, which, yeah, obviously that's not ideal, but I think overall, the fact that I wore makeup more days than not, I believe, I haven't exactly counted, but that's kind of what it looks like, is just really impressive for me, because I've never, ever, ever been a person to just casually put on makeup. So I'm considering this a win, and I think I'm still going to track this in February just to kind of, again, solidify this habit for myself, because I know this is not going to really be a natural habit for me to keep, if that makes any sense. No snooze. I did pretty good on this. Could do, actually, no. I mean, I don't want to say I did not good, but I could definitely do much better. But honestly, for someone who literally went from snoozing her alarm every single day, I would say at least 3 times, this is a definite improvement. So yeah, again, I'm going to track no snooze again next month. Again, to kind of just solidify this habit, since I didn't do wonderfully this month. But yeah, again, a little bit of improvement. Gratitude journal. Just completely did not do well on that one. I wrote in it 4 times this month, as you can see. Not ideal. Before I begin tracking this again next month, I am going to try and think of how, like, why I failed and why I found it so hard to regularly write in my gratitude journal. So whether I switch up the time of day that I write in it, the format that I write it in, or what, I want to kind of figure out how I can make this easier for myself to complete. And then moving into February's monthly, this is kind of how things are looking. I did a very similar layout as my January spread. So over here I have my timeline. I did take out the second column because there was nothing else I really wanted to use it for this month. But yeah, I just have kind of all of our big, like, holidays and any plans that we have already outlined for this month, so I know when they're coming up. Then over here, I have room for 6 monthly goals, and then I also have room for 3 habits that I'm going to track. And I have this big blank space that I kind of want to make use of. And so yeah, I'm going to kind of try and figure out what I can add into this monthly spread to take up this space. So yeah, I'm probably going to do a little bit more work on this and finish it up. I'm watching Brittany and Baby's unfiltered morning routine, which is really fun. But yeah, gonna work a little bit more on my monthly layout. So we are officially having a super random dinner because we kind of ran out of food this week because we didn't do a top-notch, like, meal plan for this week. If you remember last weekend, it was kind of crazy, and we ended up having to kind of spur of the moment go shop. Was that this week? When Miles had to go in on Sunday? I think so. Either. Regardless, we didn't have any food in the house, and so we kind of literally just scrounged. We had some frozen chicken tender thingies that Miles just cooked with some seasoning, some mozzarella sticks, again, frozen mozzarella sticks that we just had on hand, and green beans. So, yeah, that's our dinner. All right, the end of the night. What did we watch? This is Us
and Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, and then 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy. Just the most recent episodes.
She licked it.
She licked what? Your tongue?
Yeah, I stuck it out.
Yeah, well, probably asking for it. That's what you get for making her growl during my vlogs every night. Get him. Get him. Oh. Did you get it? No. Okay, let's settle down, please.
What are you growling at me for? I'm not even
just leave her alone.
I think her butt is stuck.
Yeah. Are you wedged in?
She won't move, so.
Well,
I ordered some hair stuff.
Yeah. What brand?
Called Mint.
It looked really cool.
It's like
It's
subscription
like nice modern
hair.
Yeah. One of those like
stuff.
blowing up the hair industry type of products, you know.
No, it's just everybody's figuring out, like...
That's what I mean,
Oh,
though.
we can use this and make it a subscription service, and we can make this a subscription... Like, that's the new thing now,
We never have to leave our house again!
Yeah, so...
I'm really excited. I ordered Dakota one of those, like, hand brushes, because so, as a puppy, she never really needed to be brushed. Like, she had pretty short hair for a Pomeranian, and it never got matted or tangled or anything, and so we never really trained her to be brushed, because she just didn't need it.
Took 5 years to get her adult dog hair.
And so then a couple years ago, she started growing in more undercoat and stuff, and
she wasn't used to being brushed.
She hates being brushed, and so we struggle with it. We've tried to, like, work with her slowly, like, working her into, like, different kinds of brushes and stuff, and she still just hates it. So I got one of those, like, gloves, and it comes with 2, actually. The gloves that have, like, a brush on the palm part, so you're basically just petting them, and it, like, brushes it while you're petting them. And I'm not 100% like sold that she won't be freaked out by it too, because she gets pretty freaked out by, like, you know, everything.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely still have to do a little bit of getting used to it for her, but I think it'll be a lot easier than just a brush. So I'm hopeful. We'll see how it goes. And it was like a lightning sale on Amazon, so that's why I decided to pull the trigger and just get it. But yeah, excited about that. And other than that, I've just been drooling over Buddha bowls and smoothie bowl recipes on Pinterest. And I think I've decided that for breakfasts each week, I'm gonna do a different smoothie bowl each week. So just pick new ingredients that I want to use for it each week.
She's shaking.
Dakota? Yeah, no, because she knows it's gonna be time for bed soon. And then each week I'm gonna do Buddha bowls for lunch. And obviously, if I want something different in a week, I can do that. But like, I like habit and routine. So having kind of like a standard is really gonna like help me.
You're not helping. We're trying to situate.
But you're taking, I was leaning on some of that. Alright, well, anyways, I'm excited about that, and hopefully we'll have some really yummy bowl recipes, both smoothie and Buddha, coming up in future vlogs. So yeah, and I would love to hear your suggestions if you guys have any like recipes that you really like of those 2. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, I think we're gonna get this Grumposaurus to bed.
I just realized that was a totally, like, we just showed the vlog that we totally prioritize the dog over each other.
Yes.
Like,
we.
Excuse me. You do it too.
Yeah. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I would love to have you following along, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.